The events of the past year have almost brought the world of dance to a standstill. Stages have fallen silent. Choreographers, dancers and live audiences are apart. In these difficult times, Sadler's Wells and BBC Arts invites you to experience an inspirational day, celebrating the power of dance. You'll see new performances from some of the country's leading dance companies and breakthrough artists, all brought together in 3 special programmes. International stars Akram Khan and Natalia Osipova dancing together for the first time. Birmingham Royal Ballet. Shobana Jayasingh Dance. Matthew Bourne's New Adventures. Northern Ballet. Far from the Norm, and many, many more. This is Dancing Nation. Hello, I'm Brenda Imanis. Welcome to Sadler's Wells here in London, one of the great dance venues of the world. Now, normally this building would be packed with dance fans, but as we all know too well, at the moment, live performance with an audience is something we can only dream about. So Sadler's Wells have created a showcase of the UK's leading performers and rising stars for us to share with you at home. And what a showcase it is, a feast of wonderful and thought-provoking dance. With such a rich variety of work to see, we hope you'll make some exciting discoveries, whether you're new to dance or a long-time fan. Most of the dance has been specially filmed here at Sadler's Wells over the past few weeks. We're also showcasing new work and a couple of existing film performances by companies from around the UK. To bring dancers together safely has been quite a challenge, as you can probably imagine. All the new performance has taken place under strict COVID protocols, working under the latest government guidelines, by using testing, social distancing, working in bubbles and adapting the choreography. We're thrilled to be able to bring you Dancing Nation. So stay with us. Coming up in the first programme, Candoco Dance Company perform an ode to intimacy and imagination, choreographed by Yasmeen Godder. English National Ballet's Emily Suzuki and Victor Prigent dance Hollow, an astonishing duet choreographed by Stina Quejeber for the company's Emerging Dancer competition in 2020. The Dark Side of the Moon inspires Humanhood's intoxicating contemporary ritual, Orbis. And we have a thrilling snapshot of the huge range of dance normally presented here at Sadler's Wells when we go window shopping with Breakin Convention. All that, plus I'll be getting the inside track on all those works from some very special guests. So let's get started and kick off with a piece by one of the country's most popular and celebrated living choreographers, Matthew Bourne. In 1988, before his productions like Swan Lake and Cinderella changed dance forever, Matthew created a signature work called Spitfire, an advertisement divertisement, a playful title for a playful work set in the world of men's underwear advertising. Spitfire is an affectionate look at male vanity. It's a gentle send-up of the spectacular Pas De Quatre of 19th-century ballet. It's also beautiful, very funny, and I'd say, once seen, never forgotten. Dance bursting with energy, life and, of course, fun. What a way to begin our show. Members of Matthew Bourne's company New Adventures performing Spitfire, filmed on the main stage here at Sadler's Wells, especially for Dancing Nation. In a moment, we're going to see a performance from the groundbreaking Candoco Dance Company, and I'm delighted to say their artistic director, Charlotte Derbyshire, is here with me now. Charlotte, welcome. Now, those who are unfamiliar with the work of Candoco, can you give us an idea of what you create?
It's a repertory company for disabled and non-disabled dancers. We commission choreographers from all over the world, and we teach to right from introductory grassroots level right the way up to providing training, professional training opportunities for disabled and non-disabled artists. And we want to, you know, give voice and visibility to all sorts of different ways of working and all sorts of different kinds of dancers.
Now, these have been unprecedented times. How have you all coped? How have you dealt with the challenges you've faced?
Oh, gosh, it's been ongoing, hasn't it? I feel very, very lucky that we've got such a fantastic team. Both, you know, the staff, but also the dancers have been incredibly resilient and flexible. And we managed to work throughout the autumn without any breaks, which was really fantastic. And they're all well and really excited to perform.
Now, we're about to see an extract from a work called Face It, where you've collaborated with the American-Israeli choreographer Yasmeen Godder. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, Face In was created in 2016, and so it's very well lived in. And it's a really energetic, physical piece. It's sort of full-bodied, full-blooded. It plays with different states of energy. It plays with caricature. It plays with the imagination. It's a lot of fun, very playful and quite extreme, I realise now, looking at it again.
Thank you very much, Charlotte. Well, let's experience Candoco's work right now. As you've heard, they're a company who are constantly asking what dance can be. Facing is no exception. First staged in 2017, it's full of striking images with an ode to intimacy and imagination. Here's Candoco Dance Company.
Breathe your lies into me, keeping this world afloat. Don't dare rape away the bullshit, the glimmer of humanity's hope. On the globe, shakes and shimmers my spine. Sit down, under the underground.
You got your segment right. Now, if you had to choose 10 times out of 10, I should stay. Doesn't matter how it's done. I'd say
down under the underground. My slaves know our way around. So many gone. We lay them down in stories. My family don't believe me anymore. Let the new church clean us. All I know is it came from the streets. The sun keeps people praying, and I'm a flag on the moon. Away from my soul, away from my heart, away from my thoughts, away from my body, away from my soul, away from my heart, away from my thoughts, away from my body. Breathe your lies into me, keeping this world afloat. Don't dare rape away the bullshit. It's the glimmer of humanity's hope. Oh, the glow shakes and shimmers my spine. Sink down under the underground. Our slaves know our way around. They lay us down in stories. My family don't believe me anymore. Let the new church clean us. I'm crazy. I'm done. Come away from my body. Come away from my body.
You okay?
Yeah.
Challenging boundaries, as always, the brilliant Candoco Dance Company performing Face In. Now, breaking down boundaries is something my next guest knows a little about too. Nothing is off limits for MC, poet, director and hip-hop dance pioneer Jonzi D. Jonzi, welcome to Dancing Nation. Now, it's fair to say, like everybody in the arts, you've been impacted by COVID-19. How has it affected you guys?
Well, it's affected me mainly by not being around people. You've been to Breakin Convention before. It's very up close and personal experience, you know what I mean? So that was disappointing. But nonetheless, I've been doing a lot of work. I've been making films, which is quite new for me. And we've been encouraging a lot of the people that we work with to try film projects. So a lot of our professional development is focused on dance and film.
Now, you're one of the few companies that managed to have some kind of life experience here at Sadler's Wells, weren't you?
Yes, we managed to do Breakin Convention, social distancing, that went down really well. A lot of the... I mean, we sold out, but a 30% audience doesn't really feel like a sellout. Nonetheless, they made a lot of noise through their masks, and the performances were addressed the scenarios, you know what I mean? It wasn't like the performers just played off like some fun show. We actually dealt with the effects of lockdown, so I was really happy to present that.
You have been back in the building and you've really used the building for this piece you've created for Dancing Nation. Tell us about window shopping.
So, I'd like to think of this piece as welcoming you to the Sadler's Wells experience by starting outside. So just randomly you'd be walking down the street as you do, and then you notice something in the window. And what you notice encourages you to walk in, to experience the architecture of the Sadler's Wells building, as well as a variety of dance styles and a variety of people. And yeah, it just shows you what you're gonna experience with this dance nation. So it was a real pleasure to show pop-in, whack-in, flamenco and ballet. And I'm really happy with the dancers because they did a lot of great work in the choreography of the pieces themselves.
And how excited you are by the fact that not only do you get to showcase this really eclectic work, but also doing it this way for Dancing Nation opens you up to a much broader audience?
Absolutely. And you know, I think that once this whole thing is over, I really hope that these audiences come to Sadler's Wells and experience real dance in the flesh.
Well, let's hope so. Jonzi, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
And thanks for the work which we're about to see. Dance and architecture meet as we go window shopping with Breakin Convention. Window shopping performed by Breakin Convention, a work about the times we're living through and a reminder of the sheer creative energy of performance that we all hope will return soon to Sadler's Wells and venues everywhere. A thought that I know will be shared by my next guest, Sadler's Wells Artistic Director, Alistair Spalding. Alistair, welcome. Now, how important was it for you to bring dancers and creatives together with Dancing Nation?
Well, when we closed down and we couldn't perform on our stages anymore, we couldn't welcome audiences in, we had to think about what we were going to do. And we didn't think it would last this long, but it has. And so I came up with the idea of trying to celebrate all of the dance that is happening across our nation at the moment and make the centre of it Sadler's Wells. So it's really a chance to do that. And of course, this is a perfect time, actually, because now we can share this wonderful dance with audiences, but also performers can perform because they need to. They're almost like athletes, dancers, they need to perform. But also, they're around. And I don't think this sort of thing would not be possible in the normal world because people are travelling around and have nightmare schedules. So to be able to bring all this together in Sadler's Wells is great.
So having this huge ambition is one thing. The challenge of pulling it together must surely have been another, considering the restrictions we're under. How challenging has it been?
Yes, it's been a challenge because things have kept changing as we've gone through, but we've kept going. And of course, we've kept a very strict guidelines. So there's lots of testing and people are in bubbles, and we've taken care of all of that. And so it's just been a matter of making sure that companies are able to come and to do their thing and to schedule it all and to just go with the changes as we've gone along. But luckily, here we are. And I think it's come at the right time because we're now in the middle of another lockdown. And I think people will really welcome being able to see this work now in this dark time of the year.
Now, this is a platform that showcases great performers anyway, but never has your programme, I guess, been so eclectic.
This was the idea. The idea was to represent not just the big companies, but everything that's going on in dance. So the new emerging artists like Anthony Matsena, some of the hip-hop artists, as you said, in Breakin Convention, we've just seen, and to have a whole range, and people also outside of London. So we have many companies from Birmingham, from Northern Ireland, from Wales. So it represents the fact that it's not just London that it's happening in, it's happening across the whole of our nation. Now, you don't think of the UK as a dancing nation, but it is. And it's become one in the last 20 years. And this programme will show that off.
So Dancing Nation is one thing. What sort of support do you think that dancers and companies will need going forward?
The most important thing is to get back onto our stages. That's really key for us because, you know, most of our income comes from ticket sales, and it's the same for companies. They earn their money by touring around and dancing on stages. So as soon as we can, I mean, the government have been great. They've helped us. They're helping some companies to get through this period. But the main thing, get the vaccine out and get this theatre open again, because we have an innate need as human beings to gather and to enjoy looking at something together. Enjoying this moment together is what this theatre has been about for 300 years. We want to get back to it, so hopefully this year we will.
Well, all we can say for now is a huge thank you to you and your team here at Sadler's Wells for bringing us together for Dancing Nation. Dance in all its forms are on show in this festival, a testament, really, to the extraordinary range and diversity of work being produced across the UK. Next, a performance filmed here in the foyer of Sadler's Wells from one of the most exciting new dance companies around. Humanhood was formed in 2016 by Rudy Cole from Birmingham and Catalan-born Julia Robert. Orbis, the duet Rudy and Julia are about to dance, is a kind of contemporary ritual exploring our relationship with the dark side of the moon and the mystical place it holds in our culture. Orbis, performed and choreographed by Humanhood, Rudy Cole and Julia Robert. We'll be seeing another dance from them in our second programme, a companion piece from the work we've just enjoyed. We're going to see another duet in a moment, performed by dancers from English National Ballet and choreographed by Stina Kwajber. And I'm pleased to say Stina joins me now. Stina, it's great to see you. Now, Hollow is the extract we're about to see, and it was created by you and filmed by the English National Ballet's Emerging Dance Competition. Tell us more about the ideas behind it.
The starting point for me was really about trying to capture a feeling and an emotion that I found so hard to describe in words. So it's about the struggle of depression. So it kind of about two people, so it's a duet, and one person is a person really struggling, suffering, totally lost in a void, while the other person is absolutely desperate to help, whether it's a family member, whether it's in a relationship. And it's really about the kind of struggle and the conflict between them. And it's so hard to explain because they're so close, yet they feel so far away from each other. So that's what it's about. And, of course, you know, in the third lockdown, I think a lot of us are feeling this right now.
Now, you wear two hats. You're a dancer and a choreographer. Is there which part of you struggles more with the lockdown?
I think that the dancer struggles more because, you know, it's so hard to keep our fitness up. You know, it's a demanding job and, you know, we work very hard to stay at a certain level. So that bit's hard, you know, being in a small flat is difficult. I think the choreographer side of me has a lot more time to reflect. You know, I've got time to think and ponder over certain things. So, you know, there's kind of a bit of both in there.
Well, it's great to see you. Thank you very much, Stina. Powerful and visceral, as Stina has been telling us, Hollow is a work about a couple trying to deal with depression and the feelings of confusion, displacement and powerlessness that results. To perform it, here are Emily Suzuki and Victor Prigent from English National Ballet. Emily Suzuki and Victor Prigent from English National Ballet performing Hollow, choreographed by Stina Quajber. That brings to a close our first programme from Dancing Nation here at Sadler's Wells. Just a reminder, in the UK, you can see all 3 programmes from Dancing Nation on the BBC iPlayer, and outside of the UK, on the Sadler's Wells website. Coming up in our second helping of Dancing Nation... We'll head to Belfast for a tour de force performance set in the world of joyriders, choreographed by Una Doherty. Birmingham Royal Ballet look up for inspiration in Will Tuckett's spellbinding Lazuli Sky. Far from the Norm perform an excerpt from Botis Saver's genre-defining, Olivier Award-winning Black Dog. And in their first ever performance together, 2 of the world's most acclaimed dancers, Akram Khan and Royal Ballet principal Natalia Osipova, combine the traditions of Kathak and ballet with stunning results. That's all on its way in Dancing Nation. I'll also be chatting to some of the artists involved, so I do hope you'll be able to join me for lots more inspiring dance. But for now, from Sadler's Wells, goodbye.